My family is glad I'm broke and can't afford to go on vacation with them so they can use me as a dog sitter at a family rate, but I told them there's no way. LMFAO. Now they're canceling the trip while blaming me for being jealous and poor. Posted by you/dazzlingp. My parents, 82M and 75F, asked if I would help them book a much-needed vacation, and they also asked me to do the same for my brother, 43M, and sister-in-law, 33F, because they wanted to take a family vacation in September. My husband, 46M, and I, 41F, can't afford to go because I am currently out of a job. Even though this would be the first family vacation I have ever missed and it made me really sad, I said I would, of course, help. My mom even mentioned to me that in a way, it's good because I'd be able to watch my brother's pugs and my parents' chihuahua. Here's the thing about watching the dogs, it's a 24/7 job that requires me to stay at my brother's house. The dogs are wonderful but very high maintenance. Because of this, I have been telling my brother for nearly 10 years that he needs to hire a dog sitter, and before the comments come in, no, money isn't an issue for him. I've dog sat for them 3 times this past year, varying from 1 to 5 nights. They paid me well, but I do not feel comfortable staying at their house and I find the round-the-clock care exhausting. My husband and I have 5 cats, and we are no strangers to feeling like our pets are our kids, but we don't have dogs for a reason. Now, I'm supposed to be booking this trip for my brother, but he hasn't even asked me about watching the dogs. Sunday at family dinner, everyone was there except my sister-in-law, who was ill. My brother was sitting across from me, so I reached out to hold his hand and said that I love him, I love the pugs, but I can't watch them when they go on vacation, and that he needs to get a dog sitter. I said it was just too much to ask me to be trapped at their house for 7 nights and that I have been asking him to hire a dog sitter for nearly a decade. I even offered suggestions and said I'd help find someone. He started to get reactive and said that they won't watch my cats anymore. I said that's fine, we have a cat sitter, but I pointed out that I asked them if they can help. They, on the other hand, didn't ask me. My brother finally conceded that it is a lot to ask for 7 nights and 5 dogs. Huh, did I just hear 5 dogs? Yes, 5 dogs, because his mother-in-law was apparently planning to go too. So now, added to the mix, are 2 Italian greyhounds. I stayed calm and gently pointed out that I felt this way before knowing there were 5 dogs. Could he imagine how I felt? He seemed to understand. By the time I left dinner, there were hugs and kisses, and all was well. I knew my brother was upset, but he seemed to understand, and I was really proud of putting up boundaries. The next evening, I called my parents to see if they had heard from my brother. Apparently, he called them after he got home from the family dinner and felt blindsided by me. My sister-in-law was just as upset as he was. They think I'm throwing a tantrum because I can't go on the vacation. While yes, that sucks, I told him my real issue is being trapped at their house for 7 nights. Now they are canceling the vacation because I won't watch the dogs. Is it my fault for telling them I won't do it? Edit. For clarity, I have the ability to book like a travel agent, not take a commission, and give it as a discount instead. This is something I happily and willingly do, and it is really very easy for me. For those asking about money, they would pay me, I don't know how much, but I could guess around $700 since they paid me $500 when I stayed 5 days with 4 dogs, which is definitely nothing to sneeze at. But to be completely honest, I would not have accepted the money back then if I hadn't just lost my job, because to me, that is what family is for. Funnily enough, I was on the phone with him while putting together a quote, and I said, "Oh, if I get a job in time, we can come too." My brother then asked, "Well, who will watch the dogs?" I responded, "A dog sitter." He then said, "Well, we were going to pay you," and I let him know that if I had a choice between going on a family vacation and being paid to watch the dogs, I'd obviously choose the vacation. I don't think it ever occurred to him. Commenter. Even if they thought you were throwing a tantrum, they didn't need to cancel their vacation over it, and it's not your problem if they do. They can do whatever they would have done if you had planned to attend this vacation with the family in the first place. The fact that their first action was to pin this on you instead of finding another solution, which might not even exist or might cost way more than they would pay you, because honestly, 5 dogs is a lot, speaks volumes about how much labor you're actually putting in and how little they value you. Ops response. You kind of hit the nail on the head about how I feel, like they don't truly value my time and feelings. We have a close family, and generally, we do anything for each other. I have taken care of 4 of the dogs for 5 nights once, and while it was taxing, I was happy to do it because it was so they could take a trip with my sister-in-law's family before her dad passed away from cancer. I love the dogs. They have a lovely home, and it's literally a mile away from me. But they cannot be unsupervised for more than an hour at a time, so I really can't leave. They don't realize how hard that is on me, and I feel like this time it's an acceptable moment to set a boundary. Update 1. My brother apologized, and we were having a very good and calm conversation. We were getting to a point where I was willing to make a compromise because I finally felt heard. Then my sister-in-law, who had an attitude the whole time, snappily said, "Okay, so what do we need to do to resolve this?" Things started to get heated because I felt her tension and tried to acknowledge it. I said that I was really hurt by my sister-in-law's actions. I left it out of my original post, but she had complained about helping me clean my house before my wedding. I later found out that she told my dad that I had moldy dishes in the sink, and that was humiliating. I said it hurt a lot when I learned she brought it up again as part of her argument for why I should watch the dogs. She sarcastically said, "Oh, so I'm the villain here." I said, "I feel like, from what I have gathered from my parents this past week, you think I'm sabotaging this vacation because I'm jealous that I can't go. And if you think that, you really must not know me, and that hurts." She responded with the same rude tone as earlier, "I must not know you because that is 100% what I think." My eyes welled up because I felt like she had just sucker punched me, and she looked at me and said, "Here comes the temper tantrum." I stood up to leave. Then I turned around again and said over everyone yelling my name to calm down, "If you, with all your time, money, and resources, decide not to go on vacation, that is your own decision and not because of me." I got the hell out of the house and sat in the car until my husband came out. She was in my wedding. I have been so happy to have her as my sister-in-law. I have been nothing but loving to her. Now I see she doesn't care about me at all. I'm gutted. It's clear that she has zero respect for me and probably never even liked me. I'm devastated because my family is everything to me, and I feel like my relationship with my brother will forever be altered. She is not the person I thought she was, and now I'm not only not watching the dogs, but I guess I am also accepting that I don't have a sister like I thought I did.